record from my side. Gave you the recording permissions, guys. You can record. If anyone is missing, let me know. Okay, fine. Let me share my screen. Clear, guys? So my question is, right? So now this is Dev, right? Open a session from Dev, right? So as Dev is a process admin, now you can see Dev login name here. Okay, this is Dev session. Like that, connect as Krishna. Okay, like that, connect as Krishna, KRISHNA. Okay, I guess what is the password for Krishna? 1, 2, 3 now. No. Friday, right? Friday.
Friday at 11 or 12.
12 or something like that. Okay. Okay. Fine. Let me give you the permission. Sorry, password. Friday at 12. Okay, done. Now, if you open the session, okay, this is Krishna
Sir, give
session.
me record permission, sir. Mahesh.
Yeah, Mahesh. Yes, you can record. Okay. So, anyone is missing with the permissions? Okay,
Sir,
done.
Shankar,
You have permission, Shankar. Okay, okay. Okay, now try. Okay, fine. Now you can see, right? This is Krishna session and this is Dev session, right? Imagine Dev is a process admin now. Krishna is a sysadmin. So now they want to kill the Krishna session. Now tell me the query, guys. I want the query now. What is the query? Complete query.
To kill the session, sir.
Yes, yes.
Kill session ID, sir.
What is the session ID?
59, sir. 59.
Tell me the query now.
Kill 59.
Yes.
Kill 59, sir.
Okay.
Kill 59.
Kill 59. Now if I execute, of course, Krishna is not a member of sysadmin. Okay. But if I execute now, imagine Krishna is a sysadmin. Now Dev can kill Krishna session or not? That is my question. Everyone is clear with this question?
Yes, sir. Yes,
A
sir.
process admin can kill the sysadmin session or not? This is my final question. You have to find out the answer and let me know tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Fine. Right. Guys. Okay. So security admin, right? We are discussing.
Yes.
So security admin by default, he is going to deal with the security things like creating logins, deleting logins, renaming the passwords of existing logins. Okay. So a member of security admin, usually a lot of permissions are there, but more like important permissions are a member of security admin can create new logins. Okay. Can delete the existing logins, can change the passwords of the existing logins. Right, revoking the permissions and all, he can do that. Okay, right, he can give, apart from this, a member of security admin can give, grant, deny, revoke, create database, only create database. That means clearly here it is saying, don't think like a member of security admin can create the database. No, that is not the point here. Member of security admin can grant this permission, create database permission, can deny this permission, create database permission, can revoke this permission, create database permission. What is that permission? Only create database, not other permissions. A member of security admin can grant create database permission or deny create database permission or revoke create database permission. Clear, guys? So mostly we don't use the security, not only security admin, we don't use any of the server roles. Okay. But at least if you discuss security admin, at least you should know 1 or 2 permissions of security admin. If we ask process admin, at least you have to know what process admin will do, what kind of permissions, at least 1 or 2 permissions of any role. DB creator, you can guess it. A member of DB creator can create the database, at least 1 permission. Bulk admin, a member of bulk admin can insert bulk operations, bulk inserts and all he can do. Security admin, he can create new logins, he can delete the logins, he can change the passwords of the existing logins. Those kind of things a security admin can do. Right? Clear, guys? So here, if you are a member of security admin, you can create new logins and you can delete the existing logins and you can change the passwords of the existing logins as well. Right? So let's go with the small demo. Let me check what Dev will have. Krishna, let me disconnect Krishna. Let me check what they will have, what kind of permissions. I guess he's a process admin, right? Right. So let me remove this process admin. Click OK. Okay. So now if you go to Dev session, go to security, go to logins, Dev cannot see, okay, other logins. He can only see his login and SCA login. SCA is the by default login, guys. SC is the permanent login, which is sysadmin login. SC is the by default login, first thing. Second thing, don't think like as I removed Dev from process admin, that's why he cannot see. Don't think like that. Okay. So I just removed the process admin to show you the demo of the security admin. Right? Clear? So why Dev cannot see other logins? What if Dev wants to see other logins? What kind of permissions he should have if he wants to see other logins? Guess it. Guess it, guys. Dev cannot see other logins, right? Why he cannot see other logins? At least tell me.
He should have grant permission, sir.
As he don't have permissions, that's why he cannot see other logins, right? Now he
Yes, sir.
wants to see other logins. He wants to create new login. Dev now cannot create new login. See, right click. In case if anyone wants to create new login, this is the process, right? New login. Let's create one SQL login. Okay. Here we'll try to create it Mahesh. Okay. So password 123 tab 123 uncheck the password policy. Okay. Now if I click OK, now user does not have permission to perform this action. Means Dev doesn't have permission to create new logins. Right? Clear, guys, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now Dev wants to create new logins. How can he create? What kind of permissions he should have in case if he wants to create a new login?
Security permission he has to need, sir. That is create new login permission he should need.
No, if you are a member of security admin, automatically you will get the new login. Okay. So again, permission not required, specific permission not required. Right. So the simple answer is yes. Tell me.
Sir, he need to he need the permission of sysadmin sir.
Why sysadmin, guys? Why sysadmin to create the logins? Only sysadmin can create the logins, or any other role members can create the logins?
Actually, he may denied from that, sir.
Okay, that's okay. Apart from sysadmin, who can create new logins?
Security admin.
Security admin, right? So Dev,
Yes.
now is it clear? Not only see Dev, not only member of sysadmin, even though you are a member of security admin, also you can create new logins. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. And Dev cannot see other logins, right? Then what is the solution for that? How can he see other logins? Can anyone guess? If Dev is a member of which server role? Dev is a member of which server role to see other logins or all the logins list? Guess it, guys. Guess it.
And DB creator, sir.
DB creator. What is
can-
the difference between DB creator and logins? Tell me. There is no like similarity, right, between DB creator and logins. DB creator, a member of DB creator can create the databases. That's it.
He cannot
Don't
create
touch the
logins. Okay. Okay, sir. Okay.
DB creator, oh, see, create means don't think like everything he can create. Only databases he can create.
Yes, sir.
Guess it, guys. When Dev can see all the logins list, Dev should be a member of which role? I'll give you 4 options. Disk admin, DDL admin, process admin, security admin.
Process admins.
DB admin, sir. Sorry, security admin, sir.
Come on, guys. I need answers. What is the answer? Option 4 or 3 or 2 or 1?
4, sir.
Okay. So the answer is security admin. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Option 4. So if you are a member of security admin, see, member of security admin can create new logins. That's fine. He can delete the existing logins also. If he wants to delete the existing logins, first of all, he should have access to see all the logins, right?
Right.
If we don't see all the logins, how can you delete other logins, guys? It's not possible, right? So
Right.
when you can see all the logins, two persons can see all the logins. One is a member of
System
security
admin.
admin. Second one is
Yes. Sec- uh, System admin, sir.
sysadmin. Okay. So now let's give to Dev. Let's add Dev into the security admin role. User mapping. Sorry, not user mapping. Server roles, security admin. If I click OK, right? Now minimize this one. Now refresh this. This is Dev session, right? Now if you refresh this, see here. Now Dev can see all the logins, right? Now Dev can create new login also. New login. SQL, any login he can create, guys. But for Windows login, again, I have to create a Windows user, right? So that's why I'm selecting SQL login. And let's go with Krishna, not Krishna, Mahesh again. Okay. Tab 123, tab 123. Uncheck this password policy and click OK. Earlier, okay, he don't have permissions to create Mahesh login. Now see here. Now he created Mahesh login. He can delete the Mahesh login also. Dev can delete the Mahesh login also. I have one more question for all of you. Mahesh, sorry, Dev, now he's a member of security admin, right?
Yes.
Krishna is a member of sysadmin, guys. Imagine Krishna is a member of sysadmin. Now my question is, Dev can delete Krishna or not?
Not, sir.
Dev, a security admin, can delete sysadmin or not?
Not, sir.
Guess it. Guess it and let me know the
Not,
answer.
sir.
I'll give you 1 day time tomorrow morning. Okay, you have to tell me the answers. First question, a process admin can kill sysadmin session or not? Second question, a security admin can delete sysadmin login or not? Clear, right?
Okay,
So
sir.
those are the two important questions. Okay, you have to let me know the answer. Right, fine. So let's jump into the other role. What is the other role we have after security admin? Server admin. Okay, server admin doesn't have much permissions. Only one permission it will have, that is shutdown permission. Okay. Okay, done. It has other permissions also, but important permission is shutdown permission. Okay. So a member of server admin can shut down the SQL server, guys. If you are a member of server admin, very important permission, guys. Don't give this role to everyone. Okay. They can easily shut down the SQL server. In case if they have proper approvals, you can give it, not an issue. We cannot block them or deny them. Okay. Right. So a member of server admin can shut down the SQL server. Other than server admin, who can shut down the SQL server, guys?
Sysadmin, sir.
Sysadmin can shut down the SQL server, guys. Very good. Okay, so a member of server admin, if you are a member of server admin, you can simply shut down the SQL server. Shutdown means you can run shutdown query. You know, right, how many ways we can stop the SQL server?
Yes, sir. Through we can GUI also we can shut down the server, sir. And through
So I'm giving you
CUI.
one assignment question. Okay, very important interview question. How many ways we can stop the SQL server? Okay, tomorrow you have to let me know the answer. 3 questions. Okay. Third question is how to shut down the SQL server. How many ways we can shut down the SQL server? One way is simply if you run shutdown query, shut down. This is one query. Okay. If you execute this query, automatically server will be shut down, guys. Other than this, there are a lot of ways to shut down or restart the SQL server. Let me know what other ways we have. Okay. Okay. So now, if you are a member of server admin, then you can run this shutdown query. Other than server admin, sysadmin also can shut down the SQL server. How to shut down? In case you want to shut down, just run shutdown query. That's it. Shut down. Okay. So guys, we have shutdown query to shut down the SQL server, right? This is a T-SQL query, right? So like that, can anyone guess what query we have to start the SQL server? What T-SQL query we have to start the SQL server? Guess it, guys.
Instead of shutdown, we have to
Hmm.
put start.
Start. Instead of
Maybe.
shutdown, we have to put start. Guess it, guys. Is it correct answer? Any other query we have?
Actually, we are not. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Tell me. No problem. Tell me, Dev.
So usually direct start the SQL server from the GUI, sir.
So there is no query to shut down to start the SQL server.
Yes,
There is no query.
I think.
Okay. Right. So
Services
guys,
dot MSc.
that is okay. That is okay. Services.msc. You can start the service. Okay, that's okay. Any query, any T-SQL query to start the SQL server. You have to
Start
apply.
or
You have
open.
to
Open.
Mahesh. Open. What you are going to open, Mahesh?
Open server name.
Open server name.
Start or server.
Mhm.
Maybe I'm guessing, sir. I don't know.
Okay. Okay, fine, no problem. Thank you for that. But guys, you have to apply your logic here, common sense here. If you shut down the SQL server, all sessions will be closed, right or wrong.
Yes,
Right.
SSMS will be closed.
Everything will be closed, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
if you have any query to start, where you are going to run that query? When queries will run, actually tell me. When SQL server is up and running, then only the queries will work, right? If
Yes,
SQL
sir.
server itself is down, when you can run, where you can run, what query you can run to start the SQL server,
Right.
right? So there is no query to start the SQL server. Okay, there are other ways are there to start the SQL server. Okay, so you have to let me know what other ways we have to start the SQL server, to start or restart or stop or anything. Right. Okay, there is no T-SQL query to start the SQL server. Only to shut down, there is a shutdown query. Once it is shut down, automatically server will be stopped. Okay. As server is stopped, it is not going to accept any connections or any queries to run. Okay, clear, guys? Right.
Right.
So let's jump into another role, that is a setup admin. Setup admin also, we are not going to use this role, setup admin. It is going to help you to create the linked servers and all. Okay, linked servers is a separate concept. It will help you to create a link between different RDBMS softwares. Like you can import and export the data from Oracle to SQL Server, from MySQL to SQL Server, from NoSQL to SQL Server. Okay, so if you want to like link two different RDBMS softwares, then usually linked server will be helpful. Not only two different, to same RDBMS software. If you want to link another SQL server to this SQL server also, you can use linked servers. Okay, so a member of setup admin who can create linked servers? Two persons. One is a member of setup admin can create linked servers. Okay, you can see here linked servers. Let me show you server objects. You can see server objects. You can see linked servers. Okay, right click. You can click on new linked server and you can give the name of the linked server. What is the linked server name? You can give any name. Okay, whether it is a SQL server, other linked server is a SQL server or different RDBMS software. If it is SQL server, you will select this option. Okay, if it is other data source like Oracle and all, you will select this option and you are going to no need to give anything like here. So go to security. You are going to create one security here, one login here. Okay, sometimes you can use the existing one or else sometimes you can create a new account here. Okay, server options and all, you can see these are the different options. We are not going to change anything. Okay, so simply you have to provide the server name. That's it. Okay, you have to provide the other server name here. Right. So this is how we'll create the linked server. So if you are a member of setup admin, you can create linked servers. Okay. Other than setup admin, sysadmin also can create linked servers. Right. Finally, we have sysadmin, right? After setup admin, we have sysadmin. Okay. So no need to explain sysadmin. You know what sysadmin will do. Sysadmin will do everything, guys. Okay. There is no specific thing like sysadmin can only do these things. Nothing. If you are a member of sysadmin, you can do everything. Okay, see here total 121 permissions are there for sysadmin. Everything, whatever permissions we have discussed till now, every permission, sysadmin will have every permission. Okay, so nothing again, no need to discuss about the sysadmin. Sysadmin can do anything, creating, deleting, everything he can do. Right. Small test for all of you. very quick test. Dev, okay, server roles. Right. So is it a valid action or not?
No, sir.
If you go to Dev, someone like gave permissions like this. Okay, you just go to the one login and go to the server roles. Okay, then you can see it was selected. That person selected all the roles. Is it a valid action or not? Is it okay to give like this?
No, sir.
What is the issue?
But if we give some access like this, so he can do anything.
That's okay. He can do anything. See, my intention, he has to do anything. No problem. But is this okay? If you give like this, is this okay?
No, sir. It's not a proper way, sir. Giving permission, sir.
What is the proper way?
So only we can give sysadmin permission.
Very
Sorry,
good. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Sysadmin can do everything, guys. So why again I have to select other roles?
Right, sir.
Only sysadmin is fine, right? So if you see apart from sysadmin, if you see any other roles are selected, that is wrong. Okay.
Right.
Right. This is also wrong. Why? Because sysadmin can do everything. Why again I need server admin? Why again I need disk admin? Okay. So not only one. In case if you have two permissions with sysadmin also is wrong. Now guys tell me. I am removing sysadmin. Now is this correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Everyone. Is this okay if I give permissions like, forget about it. Permissions okay, he can enjoy, he cannot enjoy, that is different thing. Imagine he is an authorized person to enjoying all these permissions. Now is this okay? Can I give like this?
Yes, sir.
Tell me guys, can a login be a member of multiple server roles at a time?
Yes, sir, he can.
Okay, so the answer is yes. Okay, yes, he can. He can be a member of multiple server roles at a time, not an issue. Okay, so it depends upon the work. Might be you will add him into the roles, different roles. But if sysadmin is selected, no other role has to be selected. Once sysadmin is selected, you can remove other roles directly. Okay, clear guys? So this is all about the fixed server role, guys. Fixed server role. Let's create customized server role. Okay, so then tomorrow we'll discuss about the database roles also. How we have server roles in the same way. If you go to database level security, there also you can see some roles. Those are the database roles, guys. These database roles tomorrow we'll discuss. Not a big deal, very simple. Okay, not an issue. You can see access admin, backup operator, data reader, data writer, DDL admin, data deny data reader, deny data writer, owner, security admin. Okay, sometimes you can find database level security admin, server level security admin. Both are different, guys. Don't think both are same. Both are completely different. Okay, so let's go with the customized server role. Then we'll close the session for today. Tomorrow we'll freshly start the database roles. Right. So what is the challenge with the fixed server role, guys? What are the challenges are there with fixed server role? Tell me, guys, what are the challenges with fixed server role? What is meant by fixed server role, first of all?
Sir, fixed server roles means we can only if we give bulk insert, sir, right? So we can only insert the operation bulk insert. But if you want alter option or some another options to a particular SP or particular command, so he can use this command, sir. So we
Okay,
can also add in customize.
very good.
Yes, sir. We can add customize command for to access more than one or two, three commands, sir.
Very good. Okay, so fine. So fixed server role means, guys, the permissions are fixed. If process admin is there, what is the permissions for process admin? Kill, right? That kill permission is fixed. If you don't like it, you cannot remove kill permission from process admin. If you like it, you cannot add extra permission. Like I want to add create database permission to process admin. No, you cannot do that. The permissions are fixed, guys. What the permissions are there for each role, those permissions are fixed. You cannot add or remove the permissions in the fixed server roles. That is your 8 server roles. These are the roles. These are the fixed server roles. Those permissions, what are the permissions are there for setup admin? Those are fixed. If you don't like it, you cannot remove. If you like it, you cannot add extra permissions to that. That's why we can call it as a fixed server roles. Okay. So, but I don't want fixed server role. I want customization. I want some permissions from bulk admin. I want some permissions from DB creator. I want some permissions from process admin. Like this, I'm going to collect all the permissions. I'll group it together. That is called customized server role. Clear, guys? Customization, simply customization. Fixed server roles, you cannot change the permissions. Customize server roles, whatever permissions you want, you can group together.
So as per requirement, we can give permission, no, sir?
Yes, yes. See, it's not like we are going to decide what kind of permissions they need. Developers will decide, okay, please create a server role with these permissions. They will decide. They will give you the script. We'll simply execute the script. Or else if they tell any permissions, I want a server role with these permissions, simply will create a role with the respective permissions. We are not going to decide what kind of permissions and all. Developers will tell you what kind of permission. Instead, see guys, say for example, one new member joined in the company, new developer, imagine new developer joined in the company. So don't know what other developers is having permissions. Okay, on which database, what kind of permissions are there. So don't know, right? On which table, what kind of permissions are there. So simply what I'm going to do to avoid this confusion, one developer will ask us to create a customized server role. Hey, please create a customized server role with these permissions, so that if any new person joined in the company, simply will add him into the customized server role. It's going to save a lot of time, right?
Yes, sir.
Right? So in that way, you can go for customized server roles. Customized server role means you can customize the permissions of a role. That is called customized server role. How to create customized server role? Usually 99% in the organization, they will give you the script. Developers will give you the script. You have to execute that script. Automatically, it will create customized server role. But if you want to create manually using GUI, you can still create server role. And this feature is there from SQL Server 2012 only. From 2012 onwards, you can enjoy this feature, customized server role. 2008 R2, 2005, you cannot create customized server role. Clear, guys?
Yes.
Okay, how to create? Very simple, guys. Right click on server role, new server role, give server role name. I'll give app server role just for naming purpose. Okay, so they will give you, they will let you know the what server name should be. They will let you know, the developers will let you know. 99% guys, they will give you a one script to execute that will create a customized server role. That's it. If they want us to create manually, this is how we'll create it. Ask them what name they need. On behalf of their inputs, we are going to keep the name, right? Owner will be, usually owner will be SCA only, so no need to worry about the owner. So now I have to select the permissions, right? So if you select servers here, on all these securables, you can select permissions. If you select servers, see here, you can see all the permissions on servers, what kind of permissions you can group together. Okay, alt any database, I'll select grant. Just I'm simply selecting some sample permissions, that's it. Okay, don't think like only these permissions has to select. Okay, alt any login, I'm selecting linked server, alt any login, I'm selecting. Okay, what are the other permissions? Create any database, I am selecting. Okay, and shutdown permission, I am selecting deny. Okay, view any database, grant. Okay, and create server role, create endpoint, create any database, we have a control server, connect to SQL, alter any linked server, alter any database also we give. Okay, alter any credentials, bulk insert operations. Okay, so 5 or 6 operations permissions are there, right? So this server role will have all these permissions, right? Some permissions are deny permissions, some are grant permissions. If I click OK, if any developer needs this set of permissions, what we have selected, right? If any developers needs the set of permissions what we have selected, like shut down, deny, and create any database, grant, like that, we gave some deny permissions, some grant permissions, right? If any developers looking for the same set of permissions, simply we can add that login into the customized server role. See here, you can see that role name here. Select it, click OK. Now Dev can create new database. Dev cannot shut down the SQL server. Whatever permissions are there, whatever grant are there, whatever deny permissions are there, automatically all permissions will be applied on Dev. So now what permissions are there? That 6 permissions what we have selected now, those permissions will comes to Dev automatically. Instead of giving manually those permissions, once if I added Dev into that particular server role, automatically they will get all those permissions. Clear guys, how to create customized server role?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everyone,
Yes, sir.
is it
Yes.
clear? Any issue? Simply they will see, forget about it, what kind of permissions I have to select, sir. Nothing to worry. They will tell you what kind of permissions they need. We are not going to decide here. We are going to create this role for developers. Developers will let us know what kind of permissions grouped together. They will let us know what kind of name you have to give to that role. Simply you will give the name, or else simply they will give the script for that. You will execute the script automatically. You will get, okay, that server role will be created. So this is how we are going to manage. In case if we want to add any person into that particular server role, we'll double click on the login. We'll go to the server roles page and we'll simply add him into the particular server role. This is how we'll manage the customized server role, guys. Any issues, any doubts?
No, sir.
Is it clear,
No,
guys?
sir.
Yes,
Right.
sir. Clear.
Clear.
So we have 6 minutes time. Let's start the DB roles. Okay, then we'll continue tomorrow. Okay, or else let's do one thing. Okay, fine. How to give permissions on a single table? Tomorrow we'll discuss about the database roles, not an issue. Small topic, very small topic. How to give permissions on a single object? I don't want the permissions on the whole table. I don't want to be a member of any role. Simply I want to access one table, guys. Okay, this Krishna has to access one table, only has to access one table. How can I do that? So for example, we have 3 databases, right? One is fresh, there is no tables. On batch 40, we have 2 tables, I guess. One table only, student table. Okay, right. Here you can see 2 tables, colors and employee. Now Krishna wants to access only student table, guys. Let me open a session from Krishna. Okay, first we'll check whether Krishna is having access or not. Let me reset the password for Krishna, guys. Every time I have to give the strong password, right? Big password. What I'll do? How to reset? Can anyone help me? I want to reset Krishna's password, guys. How to reset?
Logins,
Logins.
change password.
Where is that?
So,
I don't see that permission.
Krishna, double click on Krishna.
Okay.
Here, we
Here we
have
can
a
change
uncheck
it.
for, yes,
Here we can change it. 1,
directly
2,
we
3.
can change, right?
1, 2, 3. I'm going
But-
as I'm giving small password. I'm unchecking this. Okay.
yes.
But in the organization, don't uncheck that one. Okay, password should be strong only. Every time I'm going to type the new password, right? The big password. So that's why I don't want to select that option. Okay. Now Krishna can connect. Usually he can connect. Okay, we just changed the password. Earlier it is Friday at 12. Now it is 1, 2, 3. Right. Fine. Right. Now Krishna wants to access the table in the batch 40, guys. How can he access the table in the batch 40? Batch 40, we have one table, that is student table. First of all, if Krishna wants to run select query, how to view the data in the table, guys? We use select query, right? So if Krishna wants to read the data in the student table, first of all, he has to run select query on this database, right? Right, on this database only, right? We are going to run select query. If you choose other database, of course there is no such table in the other database, so you cannot select other database. So you cannot open a new query window. So if you open a new query window like this, see here on batch 40, it will ask for connect permission. If you give connect also, see here, that's fine. A new session opened from Krishna, but not on batch 40. It's from master database. So if I change to batch 40, usually I'll get the error. Why? Because Krishna doesn't have access to batch 40, right? So your table is there on the batch 40 database, guys. You want to read, Krishna wants to read this table. Okay. So this is administrator connection. Now you can select batch 40 and you can run select query on batch 40, select star from student. Okay. As this is administrator, you can do everything. So you can run the select query. See here, total how many records are there? 10 records are there. But here, if Krishna, this is Krishna's session 58, and you can see Krishna login name. First of all, he has to select that particular database, batch 40 database, but he is unable to select. Why? Because he is not a member of the database. Now, how can Krishna get the access, guys? Tell me.
Sir, we need to give the Krishna database access first, and then
Very good.
yes,
And then a specific access, table access, right?
yes,
Right. So what I can do for that, go to Krishna login. This is administrator connection. Go to Krishna login. How can I create a user? Krishna, double click. Go to user mapping. I have to first see Krishna is only having access on DB Creator demo. He don't have access on Amazon or batch 40. First, let me create batch 40. I'm going to give permissions to Krishna on batch 40. See here, Krishna user will be created. In the batch 40, let me give the DBO. Okay. Now let me click OK. Now Krishna user is created in the batch 40, guys. Okay. Now Krishna can expand the batch 40 database. Refresh it. Earlier, if you click plus symbol, you will get the error. But if you click plus symbol, you are able to do that one, that action. Okay. Now go to Krishna session. Now select earlier. If he select batch 40, he is going to get the error. But if he can select the database now. Okay. Now select star from student, guys. Okay. Now if Krishna runs this query, Krishna is able to pull the data or not.
no, sir.
Guys,
No,
tell
sir.
me. You don't have time.
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
Please join or
No,
else.
sir.
Okay. He cannot. He cannot. The answer is he cannot pull the data. How to pull the data we'll discuss in tomorrow's
Yes,
session.
sir.
How
Yes, sir.
to pull the data we'll discuss in tomorrow's session. Okay.
Yes, sir.
If anyone having any time, you can check it. Otherwise, tomorrow I'll show you. Of course, tomorrow I'll show you at any cost. Tomorrow I'll show you how to give permission on a single table. Okay, and we'll discuss database roles also. That's it for today.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Okay, guys, thank you all. Bye. We'll discuss tomorrow at 7 a.m. Bye.